And he's been receiving a small amount of feces in the mail every month ever since.
What?
The less you know, the better. Anyway, Sammy, here is the secret about parties. Each one has the power to change your whole life. Now, it may not happen, but this could be the one.
So guys, now I have my pizza cooling down for about 5 minutes, obviously, and then this I only have 25 minutes left, so it'll be a perfect ending, right, once I'm done with the pizza, to officially be good. So anyhow, I don't want to get away from my film, so just want to come on and show that.
Chocolate!
I remember
Did you know
that
our obsession
SpongeBob
with chocolate
community.
goes way back to 1750 BC? Ancient humans
Episode,
were just
not
as
commercial.
obsessed with chocolate as we are today.
I'm watching how is white chocolate made, because obviously I never actually knew how white chocolate was made, and also I just finished my white chocolate that I got for my cows, right? Brown and regular cows. So, anyhow, guys, I'm officially gonna watch it. It's only 4 minutes and 10 seconds. Obviously, Atypical was pretty good too. Things are moving along, right? With the daughter helping out her boyfriend, right? And now, obviously, Lisa, I believe is the mom's name. I'm not really good with the names, but anyhow, she's doing like a clothing drive, right? Because one person in the support group has been having a rough time. So, yeah, it's kind of cool how they're all kind of splitting away. There hasn't been much interaction between the sister and her mom and Sam, right? So, yeah, like I said, it's pretty cool. You know, kind of seeing how all of it's going. But anyhow, let me officially go ahead and watch the rest of this. I'll be back on with you guys to let you guys know what comes from it. So here we go.
So the question is, how is white chocolate made? Our story starts in Africa.
In Africa, guys. So anyhow, guys, I did actually also see that there was I believe it's pretty close to the record breaking. Honest to God, it was like a 1,500 carat diamond. Let me see. No, never mind. This was 2,492. So, very close. But I'm gonna go ahead and, screenshot it and show you guys. It was pretty close, honestly. But 20 karat big diamonds. Anyhow, guys, let's keep going. Everyone, your girl is here. So that was really cool. I honestly just watched it, and you guys can see. Well, you guys didn't see because I wasn't watching it with you guys. But they take them through a fermented process because it's very specific. It has to be at 80 degrees, 80% humidity year round, right? For those cocoa trees. And it's actually only near the equator, which I actually didn't think the equator was that humid. So probably around Ecuador. Well, actually, no, not Ecuador. That's directly south of us, North America. This is again across the ocean, right, into Africa. So yes, the African part of, so it would be like what, near like Niger and Chad. Actually, again, don't know many other African countries. But anyhow, on the African continent, right? It's actually the biggest continent too. But anyhow, guys, so it doesn't look that big on a map, but it is. So anyhow, but Russia is the biggest country, and it's on 2 continents, right? It's in Asia and Europe. I think Asia and Europe. Anyhow, guys, so yes. Side note with the geography there. So then obviously they go through this kind of like they called it a weird name I didn't quite understand. But it's like a grinder, right? So then that grinds even more, and then it's officially broken down to the final chocolate nibs, right? And then all that's obviously thrown into like a really hot machine. So that was kind of cool. I didn't understand what they said with the white chocolate is just how olives, or it's some machine that just how olive oil comes from olives, right? So they have to squeeze the olives the oil out of the olive, right? So that goes through that same process. That was really cool to watch. So it's now officially 9:25. So how Oreo cookies are made, right? They make 1,000,000 what? Yeah, I think I'll, well, no, 9:25. I'll probably just listen to some music and then slowly walk around for about 10 minutes and then officially go to bed and brush my teeth yet. Hey guys, actually really quickly, there is a How Balloons Are Made, so I'll officially go ahead and watch that, and then maybe I'll briefly look really quickly, and then I'll officially, like I said, just cut my walking down to about 5 minutes. I do also want to figure out, how does helium stay so long in a balloon, right? Like, I don't know if it's like half-life, you know how obviously medications have that, right? So obviously there's like a half-life effect of it. And I think that's the only for extended release pills. I'm gonna have to double check that. So it's like, I wonder like what gas, I guess, has the longest half-life, right? And also, how would you test it, right? Because not every gas can be tested the same way, right? For example, you can't put the gas, what gas does fire give off again? I actually don't remember. I have to educate myself on this. Right? So, make some science questions Monday, or make some science refreshers Monday. Although I don't again need refreshing on geography, right? I need science. So, like for example, you can't test the balloons right on top of a fire, right? So let the gas from the fire. Okay, the second that it comes in touch, boom, popping, right? Or burning. Right, so you can't test all of them the same. So wonder how they test, and even if they even have a statistic, right? What is the half-life, right? And again, within reason, like a general, right? In the sense of birthday balloons. Well, some birthday balloons are this small and this small, right? Okay, again, a general kind of not synopsis, consensus, and study and results. There we go. So anyhow, guys, let me watch that, and then, like I said, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
For the
What
end
the heck,
consumers.
guys? They put it in super
No
hot
one wants
water.
an allergic reaction during a party.
What?
The hot bath also serves to vulcanize the latex, which means the latex becomes rubberized.
Guys,
Now that the
no
balloons have
way.
been rubberized,
They don't
are
pop?
moved to the next station where the balloons are dipped into a mixture of water and talcum powder.
Hey everyone, your girl is here. So I just actually looked. We'll just go ahead and do it now. And then Graham said that she wanted to talk for a little bit, so we'll talk. So anyhow, guys, I'll read it for you guys. So it says helium does not have a single half-life because it's two natural isotopes. Helium-3 and helium-4 are stable and do not decay. However, artificial radioactive isotopes of helium do exist and have very short half-lives, ranging from fractions of a second down to tiny fractions of a zeptosecond, which is absolutely insane. I think it's actually the exact, I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't be the exact same. So zepto, well, like a zeca, was it called zecamillion or zecagon or something like that? You know, the, what the heck? It's the actual wording for, like, I forget what the heck they're called. You know, just like 1,000 million, just place values, I guess. But there's one that has a Z for like 1,000 million, billion, trillion, quadrillion. And I know there's, anyhow. So anyhow, let's see then. I'll figure it out. Guys, so I actually looked really quickly, and it's actually just called diffusion. So, obviously, even while the, you know, helium is in there, the molecules are still bouncing off each other, which obviously makes sense, right? It obviously needs to be alive, right? So, but still though, if it does have a half-life, why don't balloons stay forever? Balloon material. Latex balloons are made out of long chain molecules with more spacing, allowing helium to leak out very quickly, usually within 12 to 24 hours. balloons are lined with a metallic layer that makes the material much more porous, which means like able porous. I don't actually know what porous means. Actually, guys, I looked really quickly. There is no such thing as a septillion. I was thinking septillion, which is followed by 24 zeros. So let's see how many place values are ahead. How? Holy cow, guys. I just looked that up. So septillion, again, is not an official math term. So you have to look, and they basically ease it up here. So it's 1 sextillionth, which is 21 zeros after the 1. So it'd be 0.20 zeros, 20 zeros, and then 1. So 0.20 zeros and then 1. That is insane, guys. That small? Wow. Anyhow, guys, let's officially go ahead, though, and go talk to Grum. Yep, there we go, guys. There it is. I just looked at it, and I hit images, and I was like, what? That is insane. How do you even measure that, guys? That is insane. Whew. Alright, guys, anyhow, wait, we are now measuring time at the scale of light itself. Wow, that is insane. Anyhow, I will officially go ahead and get going. I'll talk to you guys soon. Remember. Hey everyone, your girl Liz here. So coming to you guys today now. I just woke up. I only slept in about 5 minutes. I obviously did have just a smidge of a longer time falling asleep last night. I was getting a little bit excited, but I focused on my breathing, right? And I started thinking about coyotes, right? I didn't get excited, right? Like I do with the rabbits sometimes and be like, oh my god, right? So, again, I worked on it and it was good. So, now we, again, are officially today at day 70. So, again, I just need to keep this up for about another 30 days, right? And then just like this year earlier, right, I can be bouncing off around day 40, right? But until then, we need to just take a little bit slower, right? So, anyhow, guys, obviously it rained last night, and it obviously is supposed to rain all night or pretty much all day today. So, we'll officially not have any picnic, but that's okay. So, anyhow, guys, I'm officially going to go ahead here and get some breakfast. Probably have some Golden Grams. I've been on the Golden Gram kicks until I finish that up. And then maybe on one of my days off here this week, I will have some French toast sticks again. So I haven't had them in a while. So, alright guys, let's officially go get breakfast. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So it's about now 9:15. I obviously just watched the rest of my video up to the first 15 minutes, obviously. I watched last night's films. So obviously you guys can see we just got terrible rain, and it's supposed to rain for the rest of the morning here, or day, I think, actually. So obviously tomorrow it's supposed to be the same. There's still some scattered showers. So tomorrow, actually, we'll probably just pull the card, right, and go on a whimp, right, and hope that there's good activity in there. But also, you don't know, right? It's like a 50-50 because the animals could have not been moving through there for, you know, the past week, and now they are. So we'll officially, you know, go ahead and go out on a good whim, right? So think on the bright side of life, right? And then we'll go get my mail right now and bring back the trash can, and then we'll get into some more of today's video. So anyhow, let me go get the trash and mail. Guys, I have to run this out real quick actually for Graham so she can do our ferns that we have out here. So let me go do this and I'll be right back on with you guys. Everyone, your girl is here. So I definitely look more cute, obviously, with my hair down, and sometimes pulled to one side, sometimes on both sides. Anyhow, guys, so coming to you guys today now, it is now officially 10 o'clock. I got 6,000 steps. I'm going to go ahead and watch an atypical, so there won't be a super long video today. And then obviously I'll get lunch, obviously, later today, because it is my Friday. But I wanted to come on and also share as well that this week, since it is rainy day activities, right? And again, it's the biggest week, right, before the biggest month, right? So what I definitely need to do is obviously, you know, take it easy, right? Again, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish the I just had it. Well, the 4th of July shoots and the waterfalls. There we go. So we're officially going to go ahead and do all of that here this weekend. Well, my weekend, right? So Wednesday through Friday. So we'll officially do that on Wednesday after we check the trail camera. Just again, switching out the card. We might do a run, honestly, as well. So I can really get in that groove, right? Because I'm already at 28 miles this month, so why not do like a really massive run again and then just go check it? Obviously, probably better to check it beforehand, actually, so you don't put all your scent out there, right? Because they're going to be like, this is not of nature, right? This is a human, right, that we're smelling. So yeah, obviously, you know, we'll do that. Then we'll do a run, and then like I said, on Friday, you know, that'll take place of my normal Friday run. But I could also still choose to do a run on Friday, start with like 3 miles, whatever. And then we'll officially walk that trail. Hopefully that, you know, that trail or that road, my apologies, is fixed now, right? So I can officially go ahead and get on in there, right? And enjoy further on that trail, right? Whenever it turns into that one road. Remember how I was confused, right? Because of how the road goes. But then I was like, oh, well, it's actually because it goes like this, and then it goes like this, right? And I somehow forgot all that that's how that road goes. But on the actual other side of the next town up. No, technically it's 2 towns up, if you want to be technical, right? Because, yeah, pretty much, yeah, 2 towns up. So basically, again, well, yeah, 2 towns up and then up over the mountain. Yeah. So anyhow, guys, 2 for Tuesday, wild realization. Because again, like two ways that it goes up and then it shoots straight down this way. And then the other way, you have to go way up and then up and around. And it's kind of like a really weird, but anyhow, like I said, now I know officially what road that is, right? So, and also I did cheat too, remember, because my car does the road name right on the map. So I went ahead and drove on it just a little bit to see what came up. But anyhow, guys, so yeah, we'll officially, like I said though, do that on Friday. So that'll be really, really fun. It's supposed to be pleasant, they said, and 82. So that'll be really, really nice. And then we're not even using a tank of gas. I do have to fill up though tonight. But still, guys, I have to count how many times I filled up. That is a massive improvement, guys. Like I said, so enjoy these little smaller things, you know, and then in August, right, don't be afraid to, you know, take at least 1 or 2 days, but then, yeah, we're officially all ready. So anyhow, guys, I'll officially go ahead and watch another Atypical, so getting out of the YouTube branch for a while, again, and that's okay to do from time to time. So anyhow, I'll talk to you guys very, very soon. Guys, I just looked at my credit card statement and my bank statement. So it was 7/7, so after the 4th of July, 7/9, 7/13, and then 7/14. 7/13 was about in the high 20s. 7/14 was in the high 30s. But also, wait, no, it was on Wednesday last week too. So let me think. Wednesday last week would have been what? Today's the 28th. That would be what? 28. I'm trying to think here. 28 minus 7 is 21. So is the 7/9, 7/13, 7/14, 7/21? There wasn't anyone in between? Yeah. Wow. Okay. Obviously, again, though, that was 30. So 30, 30, 20. So 30, 60, 60, and 20 is 80. So about $100 since the start of June. I'm trying to, is that really? No, since July. Well, I mean, excluding the 4th of July. Obviously, I think I had to fill up 2 times that time. So basically, again, only about 150 this month. So obviously, save it for a rainy day so I can finish Atypical. Tomorrow, I'm going to figure out how much I spent in June, right? And see the decrease, right? Because, again, that is that much more money. right? So anyhow, guys, let me watch Atypical. I just want to come on and share those findings. We can save it for a rainy day coming up. We'll officially figure out how much we saved in July compared to June. Here we go.
Hi.
Ooh. On your girl this year is now officially 10:45, and obviously there was something else that came up. So obviously, technically, this is science research. Well, biology is part of science. It is like just how there's earth science, right, and all these different sciences, right? So science is a very broad term. But anyhow, guys, they said that there was they were talking about college, right? Kind of reminded me of like college is a scam thing. And he is working on his like where you do debates and all of that. And this is crazy because they said, and even I had to figure out what the heck this is because I've never heard of this. It says a tampon gravity bong. What the heck is that? Whenever you look at it too, it actually comes right on up. Obviously, again, that's not it. But look, whenever I went in, just what is a... Well, let me actually... delete that. And then that way then it won't... And then I can show you guys that it actually... I have to actually delete out my... Blur at least my... asking about if my place pays. So I have to blur all that out. But now, let's see if it'll... No, it still shows up there. Let's delete it out. Okay. Now, here we go. Tampon, no. There we go. What the heck is it? But it's not an actual thing. I was gonna say, there's no way. There's just no way. Because isn't it a bong, those things that people use right when they smoke? I think it is. Yeah, that's what that is. So, stoned gravity bong. Yeah, right. So, it's like, what? I think, if anything, they might be talking about menstrual cups. But definitely not bongs, right? That is not what they're called. They're called menstrual cups, guys. Anyhow, guys, just wanted to come on and share that. I thought that was pretty funny. Anyhow, so yes, actually, then what I had mentioned before, you know, what comes up here is usually for related searches, is usually what other people have been searching too, which is kind of cool. So, anyhow, guys, talk to you guys later. Guys, it's now officially 11:40, and as you guys can officially see, I literally tried looking for more bikinis for about 20 minutes. It might be a little bit hard to find a blue one. So obviously you guys can see you have to do blue coral, didn't come up anything. And then I tried, well, why don't I just try blueberries, you know? Like blueberries on a white bikini, right? And obviously none of those really came up. I was very surprised that they don't have blueberry print bikinis. So anyhow, none of those really came up. And then, obviously, the one was like juniors, right? So that is definitely not going to work for me. So, it was definitely kind of a bummer to not find anything in 20 minutes of searching. So, I might have to switch it up, right? And get just like a regular print. Or I might have to just get that thong one, right? And just have that just be walking out in the water. And pics in near the water. You know, and because obviously you guys remember last year, right? I tried paddleboarding with the thongs on and it was not good, right? I did do a lot of blurring, right? You guys remember that last year? Yeah, so definitely no thongs when you're snorkeling. I don't know how some of the girls pull it off, honestly. But anyhow, so yes, that we see on, you know, different videos. So yes, anyhow, like I said, you know, I might just have to wear a green, but also I like the idea of reversible, right? So I can always like rinse it out really, really good, and then like set it out to dry, right? So obviously I have balconies, right? I even have my car I can put it on, right? And then just do the reverse side the next day. So I definitely like the idea of reversible, but again, those are for my days off here coming up whenever I have more time. So today though, right now I want to go ahead and finish the rest of the corn for lunch, and then go ahead and have some breakfast for lunch. So I have some French toast sticks, but I'll have that after the corn. So, well, no, I'll have that first, and then I'll have the corn. So, yeah, it'll definitely be a good breakfast and lunch for lunch. And then, yeah. So, anyhow, let me go ahead and show those films, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
We couldn't see deer, and if they...
Yeah, we can, Mumu. We can see them. Alright guys, so there you guys have it. I'll officially go ahead and get going. I will probably have some peanut butter pretzels as well. I do also have to do my medication minder. I haven't done that yet. And then obviously clean out my teeth, right, from all the corn that will be in them. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. So thank you again for watching, and we have a really fun, super stationary set of activities coming up. And obviously, you guys remember, obviously I shared last August, right, that this is usually how it goes, right, in August. So with the Pennsylvania weather, right, and more cloudy days, right, you know, with the humidity and everything, from the cooling down, right, in general, right, therefore you have more fog in the mornings, right, and stuff like that. So because of that, which also helps make the dew point just about the temperature, right? And that's obviously what causes humidity, and it just constantly just stays around like that. So yeah, that's how August is in, you know, Pennsylvania. So yeah, anyhow guys, like I said, regardless, we'll officially go ahead though and get going, and we'll talk to everyone tomorrow. Here we go.